everybody, and welcome to this episode of Political Progress, a series where we invite different municipal, provincial, and federal politicians to come answer our questions. Today's returning guest is Stéphane Sarrazin, the provincial deputy of Glengarry and Prescott-Russell. How are you doing today?
Good. Really glad to be here with you and answering your questions.
Yeah. So today's first question. You recently announced the investment of $7.2 million being placed towards 44 research projects made to strengthen the agricultural sector in our region. Why did you decide to make this investment?
Well, like every other sector, innovation is what is needed because of the lack of labor, just like any other sector, farmers and agriculture. It's hard to find people to work on the farm, so thinking about investing in innovation can contribute a lot to the success of the farmers in the region. Hopefully we'll have some nice project here in the region, but no, it's really important to keep, I think we need to innovate in every sector, and the farming or agriculture sector is just as important as any other sector, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. How will this $7.2 million be used?
Well, not sure yet. I mean, some will actually apply to get like funding for innovation project. There's all kinds of different innovation. You got actually machinery on farm. You've got research. They will work with different. How would I say that? How to save money, how to become more. Profitable as a business, because now farming is a business these days. So hopefully these innovation projects will make them more profitable and be better at what they're doing. Absolutely.
And how will that impact the farmers here in our region?
Well, we don't know yet who's going to be receiving some grants and who will be applying for different projects, but hopefully we'll see some projects here, because we're a big agriculture community. So anywhere from Eastern Ontario, Southern Ontario, Northern Ontario, I mean, we all need to help our farmers. We all need the farmers to have food on the table, so it's really important.
And you announced another investment of $260 million placed towards the lack of trades. How will that investment be put to use?
Well, there are going to be a lot of projects, and some of the projects were going to be announced here in the riding and everywhere else in Ontario in the near future. But we're working with like businesses, construction company, different organization, employment center, to be able to train people to do construction work in a few sectors, because we know if we don't have enough people to work in the construction sector, then we have projects that will take forever, and we're all about, we need to build more houses here in Ontario. I mean, there's a big need for houses, and people can, but I think it's really important, and we'll see a lot of projects here in the region with different colleges and contractors, so that'll be really good.
Is there a trade that has a bigger need for new employees?
I don't think there's a specific trade that needs, but like I think there's a need in every trade, And for a long time, it wasn't really popular for younger people to get into trades, but now they realize that they don't have to go to school and spend a lot of money for 10 years, and they get out to work after a few years of training, and they get their trade, and they're making nice money, good salary, and I mean, there's enough work for everybody in the whole province and even across the country.
Mm-hmm. And you also announced that you participate in the 49th session of the Parliamentary Reunion de la Francophonie. What did you guys discuss there?
Yeah, it was nice. We meet with a lot of French parliamentary from everywhere in the world. And we look at what we can do, everybody, to get better services for Francophone here in the province. We were there with some federal counterparts. We're there with other parliamentary from other provinces also, and some from Europe, Africa, Asia. But at the end of the day is to make sure that we can provide best service possible for our Francophone.
Mm-hmm. And how are you preparing for next year?
Well, preparing for next year, that's a good question. Well, I always say the best way to be ready to tackle a new year is to go out and meet with the people and really ask them, first of all, if we're doing a good job and what we can do better and what are really their needs when it comes to government, because it's all about the people. It's not about the government. It's what people need.
Mm-hmm. And what are your goals for next year?
Well, my goal is to try to be the best possible voice to be, in Toronto, and to make sure that we got different projects. We got a lot of, like, all these innovation projects. These people apply to get money from the government for the trade, for example, training. So my job is to go there and make sure, I push their project and say, hey, that's a really good project. It's a good organization. Let's give them money. We know that it's gonna go a long way because they're really good at what they're doing. So that's our job as MPP, to make sure that we get back to our government and say, hey, let's not forget about our part of the province. Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for answering all my questions.
It's always a pleasure.
And thank you guys so much for being here and watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more local news.